Heavyweights Arsenal and Chelsea clash on Sunday for Premier League's highlight match. Now, not to put anyone off, but the general rule of at least my thumb is to avoid betting on these games with two strong teams and rivals, especially when it's a derby. But luckily for us, we do have an expert at hand here to point us in the right direction. Martin, how strong do you feel about the bets you're about to give?
Do you know what? I'm in your camp here. This is such a tough game to predict. It really is. I mean, this season Chelsea have been so poor. I mean, this is a side that is the champions of England, but they've just played so badly, and they're right down in the bottom half of the table. They've really struggled to pick up points. But they've changed their manager. They've got rid of Jose Mourinho. Gus Hiddink's come in. And since he's come in, the players have woken up a bit and they've really started performing for him. So you've got Chelsea are a bit of a different animal now. And they always seem to raise their game against Arsenal because they really are fierce local rivals.
Yeah.
And then you've got Arsenal, who top the league and have probably been the most consistent side all season, but they're just starting to stutter a little bit lately in their form. They've drawn their last two games. They really need to pick up a win, but Chelsea has always been a big banana skin for them. So it really is a tough game to call. If I was going to go one way or the other, I probably would go for Arsenal simply because of the just the way that Chelsea have been conceding a lot of goals this season. I think Arsenal are getting Mesut Ozil back, hopefully from injury, hopefully for their fans, which would be a big plus because they really missed him last time out, and he's got the skill needed to really cause this Chelsea defence problems. So it might actually be worth sort of waiting right to the end, checking the starting lineup. If you see Ozil in there and you perhaps see Alexis Sanchez either in the starting lineup or on the bench, then that might help sort of direct you a bit towards Arsenal. But yeah, very tight game.
Yeah, I was actually just on the just before I spoke to you. I was on the call to Nigel Seeley, who's a big Arsenal fan. He said he's going to be at the game. He said he was actually looking even more to the draw here. Arsenal the favourites. That's 2.05 Bet365. The draw is 3.5. Also Bet365, and then Chelsea is longer therefore with Bet Victor. So he's sort of looking at a draw. If you had to play the one of the three, which way would you go?
Well, yeah, I'm also a massive Arsenal fan, and I'll be at the game as well.
Will you?
Yeah, I think yeah, with my head tells me that if I had to go for anything, I think I'd probably either Arsenal to win or a draw. My main tip would be Arsenal to win, draw no bet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's a good looking sort of get out of jail free card. But if I really had to pick, actually, I probably would go for a draw. Just because it kind of suits both teams. No one's going to lose too much face, and it will just be Arsenal will have got through that potential banana skin, and then can look forward, and Chelsea will get more points on the board, which they need for their relegation fight. So I agree in that a draw is probably the most likely of them. But for me, I just like the look of Arsenal draw no bet because that kind of gets you out of trouble if it is a draw. But I do kind of have a slight inkling that Arsenal might spring this. It's another grudge match. They lost at Chelsea this season already, so they've got revenge they can taste revenge. So.
Well, but the reverse match obviously saw 2-0 home win for Chelsea. And I have to say, as with most derbies and rival matches, I do like always the under 1.9, so the under 2.5 goals, which is 1.988 sport. I often think that's the best way to go. But like I said, I am not playing this match whatsoever, but I'd really do also like your tip there, the Arsenal draw no bet, which definitely covers that draw, which it really could also end up with. But enjoy the match, and if you see Nigel's, do say hello.
Yeah, will do. I would just mention that the last game Chelsea did win 2-0 after Arsenal got a player sent off. Unjustly so. His ban was rescinded and the Chelsea player was banned. So that might have skewed that result. So maybe don't read too much into that when you're putting your bets on. But I also think it'll be a low scoring game. Under 2.5 goals or perhaps under 3.5 goals looks a good bet to me.
What's the price for the under 3.5 goals?
That's minus 275 with Sky Bet, so it's quite short odds really. But I think that really looks like good money. I think I'd be very, very surprised if I saw more than 3.5 goals in this. It's going to be a very tense, tight, edgy affair.
It sure is. All right, Martin, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.